Get smart, knock on the door, it's like doo 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 doo. Little kids. We're at the KGB Museum in Riga.
Right, the first thing, this here is a lift, an elevator if you will. It was used to transport prisoners. It has two sections, right? So the prisoner would be shoved inside there. These are closed. The checkists would stand here. Then these are shut, and up and down would they go, depending on necessity. There are 3 lifts like this in a building, but none of the mechanisms are currently functional. So have a look here, then we'll move further there. This here we have the registration room. Basically the first room that the prisoner would see when he's brought here to the building. Now the people who were arrested by the checkup, this is important, they were not criminals in any ordinary sense. Meaning they are not rapists, thieves and murderers, only that kind. These are political prisoners. And potentially anyone could become one in the Soviet Union. Say you could be a journalist who would write and publish something that the Soviet authorities do not approve of. Even a person like that could be captured, brought here, treated severely. This is the interrogation room with these two nefarious characters watching over us. Recognize them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who are they?
Lenin and Stalin.
That's correct, Lenin and Stalin. You said when the prisoner is being questioned, the chekist basically wants 2 things from him or her. He wants the prisoner to either to yield the information or for prisoner to confess of crimes real or imagined. The confession should be of written type. So, the prisoner is presented with a document that the chekist himself prepared, right? And the prisoner signs this piece of paper, then he is guilty in eyes of the Soviet legal system. The fact that he might be forced to sign is a little consequence. If you sign guilty, that's that. And forced, the prisoner might be. The chekist might employ various forms of torture, both mental and physical. So this means simply the prisoner might be beaten up with fists, might be kicked with feet while he's down. His fingers might be smashed with a metal ruler, or they might be smashed into a drawer. The prisoner might be whipped with a belt, or cigarettes might be put off on his skin. So all things very painful, very brutal, yet simple, thus time efficient. That being said, they did use more elaborate methods as well, if you can call them that. These would include deprivation of sleep or threats to one's family. The chekist might tell you, well, either you cooperate or I will arrest your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. And that's a scary thing because the chekist might actually be able to live up to the threats. The threats, they are not empty.
Holy shit.
Right, so this is the place people were murdered. First thing. Notice these colourful dots on the wall, and probably guessed that they are markers for bullet holes. Indeed, yes they are. There are many of them spread all over. In terms of numbers, we know of at least 188 persons gunned down in the year 1941. Yeah? And these were the corpses that were found, and this was published, like I mentioned just before. Yeah? The prisoner would be taken away from his cell during the night, so he's all confused, not ready to defend himself. His hands are then tied behind his back, and he's brought inside to the doors there. Back in 1941, there was a wall there. Now it's removed, obviously, but the doors remain. Notice as well how thick they are. That's for the sound. So the prisoner is brought in here. He's faced against the wall and shot to the back of his head. After he's dead, his body is loaded inside a truck parked there. So the room right next to us there, that's a garage. The people are being killed here. Inside the garage is a truck, and the bodies are loaded with him. Many were killed this way in one night's routine, so this leaves plenty of blood behind. For that they had covers in the wall, so a drain. Drain, similar to having a shower. So after the killing, the check is the can, pour some water over the blood, and everything goes down neatly to the sewage. So that's it. That's it from my part. This is how Czechia operated. This is how they deprived people of their private freedom, in some cases of their very own lives.